in Rockwall, Texas, Harry Myers Park. They just stocked these 2 ponds with 1,500 trout each, so 3,000 trout in the ponds, and they're small and it's going to be crowded, so it'll be like combat fishing. So I brought my fly fishing gear, the small one, along with the little near deer, and let's just see if we can get ourselves a limit today. Let's see, here's a view of the area. All right, I'm just gonna go silent since there's a lot of people here.
Glenn.
Yep, I'm Glenn.
I'm a fan.
Oh,
I watch your channel, I follow your advice. And
oh man, how'd you do today?
I got my limit.
All right, cool.
Not too bad, it's power based.
Yeah.
I tried this Tenkara thing, but I think it's too.
Oh, they're hitting. I'm getting some hits.
Oh, yeah?
Real light hits.
On the surface?
No, I'm like 3 feet down. And what's your name?
Jason.
Jason. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
All right, nice to meet you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm not live. I'm doing a rebroadcast, so I'm just gonna see if I can get a limit, and then I'll go and post it.
Cool.
I was gonna do it on the Android, but it only lasts about an hour.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, I've been following you for years.
Oh really? That's
it's been
cool.
Really helpful. I've been up in Denison recently.
Oh nice. All right.
All that stuff.
Denison over there by.
On the dam.
Dam. Yeah.
I found all your rig.
Oh yeah.
And everything. It's been really helpful. I just want to say thank you for.
Oh, you're welcome.
Guiding the,
oh yeah.
Like you said, the normal guy who.
Oh yeah.
Make all the mistakes, so we don't have to.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So, awesome,
yeah.
man. Nice, good to meet you.
All right, glad to meet you, Jason. Missed him. All right, got a bite. All right, so what I'm doing is just an indicator 3 foot under the indicator with a near deer, olive near deer, and it's that Mardi Gras style. And I'm just kind of doing one of these slow presentations, sort of like I did over there on the blue when the water was a lot colder and temperatures were in the 37, I think it was, maybe 40s now. So it's cold presentation, but there are some bites here. Like I was saying earlier, there's about 1,500 trout that were stocked in this pond as well as the upper pond. So let's see if we can get ourselves a limit. All right, there's a nice one over there. Fish on. All right. Ah, missed them. Denied. All I'm doing is keeping the slack of the line and just kind of slowly giving it a little twitch every now and then. Just kind of keeping it down there in the muddy zone. Oh, look at over there, another one on. Yeah, getting a little tap. They're not hitting hard. It's more of a light tap. All right, he's on. Very light strike. Little tap, tap, tap. All right, first fish of the day. Oh man. All right, catch and release, catch and release. It's right there. All right. All right, well, not the first fish of the day. But all right, we got a pattern started. Olive near deer, slow presentation. Little twitchy twitch. Okay, there he goes. He's hitting it. Oh, all right. He's hitting it. All right, I'm using a 8 foot ready to pursuit 4-weight Echo Ion 2-3. Got 4-weight line on there, weight forward. And I'm using that cork strike indicator, smallest one that they sell. Because it doesn't take much to keep my fly at the level I want it. And right now it's about 3 feet. And it's basically maybe a twitch now and then, but other than that, not much movement at all on the fly. And yours truly's already missed about 4 with one long range catch and release. What do you say? Alright, let's see if we can get one on. Limit is 5 here in Texas, so let's see if we can get 5. And I think I'm gonna do that broiled spicy trout recipe where I broil it in the oven on high for 14 minutes. I use this spicy seasoning that I made from some Tabasco as well as jalapeno and habaneros that there we go, that I grew in the back. And oh, look at that, looks like a blue gale. Well, I guess they want to play too. Well, it's one trout and one bluegill. Let's see if we can get something else. Okay, something just barely tapped it. Oh, he took it under. Mojo is off today. Took it under. See if we can seal the deal. We gotta catch dinner tonight. Okay, we're back. Got it tied on and got the another near deer on. This is the 1/80th ounce gold bead versus the other one I was using with the silver. Yeah, silver. So let's just see if that makes a difference. Gold and a little bit heavier, 1/80th ounce. Let's see if that makes maybe makes a difference. God, I snagged bottom on that. Holy cow. Must be some kind of brush there. No, gotta switch it out again. Alright, we're back on again. This time I'm gonna go with a squirmy worm. It's one that I made out of little toy. Snagged bottom over here to my left, so it must be shallow there or some brush. So let's see if the squirmy worm gets more hits. Just got some really light taps on that olive near deer. So let's just see if maybe they want like a little squirmy worm presentation here. And we'll stay away from that spot. There's some brush there that's messing with me. Feels like a bluegill. Oh no, it's a trout on a squirmy worm. Alright, second fish of the day. And this time, another long range catch and release. Catch them on a mop fly. And a mop fly is made with a dust mop. Those little modules or nodules that you get on the this little microfiber dust mop deal. And I add a little collar to it of some egg yarn or ecstasy, depending on what I have in the old fly material. And then from there, you pretty much just fish it. And I like using a jig fly hook, and usually a heavier one, mainly because I want it to get down fairly quick compared to that deal here. I gotta in fact wet it a little bit before it'll start sinking. So let's go do that real quick. Oh well, it's sank pretty readily. All right, let's get it out there. See if they want a mop fly compared to that squirmy worm. So far they've hit everything I've thrown at them. There's a hit. Oh, this one stayed on. Nice. Hit it pretty quickly. Alright, I'm gonna keep this one. Hopefully this time I don't lose them. Alright, fish number 3, but gonna be first fish in the creel, or at least in the Walmart or 7-Eleven bag that I brought. I went light today. Alright, went light today and just said I'm gonna throw it into this dealie right here. My fancy gear here, you know. Look at that. Just trying to put it over here so I don't lose them. Alright, mop fly. Let's try mop fly. You hit it pretty readily. I think it's because it's pretty much looking like some of that power bait that's around here. So I'm matching the hatch at this point. Chartreuse and an orange egg yarn. Really no presentation, just kind of letting it drift. Maybe the occasional twitch like so, but other than that I'm not really giving it much motion at all. Alright, we're getting hits. I took the indicator off and I started doing the little, one of these, I guess, roll casts. Like so. No correction. This is how you do it. Alright, and then all I've been doing is just kind of dragging it like this and letting them hit it. Sometimes I get a hit, sometimes I don't. Alright, we put on the near deer again. No indicator. This time I'm just gonna kind of just drag it slowly and see what happens.
So I'll drag it slowly, and I'll be watching for any indication of a strike by watching the line. And if I see anything move, it shakes, wiggles, just go ahead and set that hook.
Number two. After letting 3 go, number 2. All right. Little twitchy twitch, but pretty much no action other than just do a little twitchy twitch. So let's see if we can limit out here. Now that we found a pattern, back to the olive near deer, but this time with a green chenille versus the Mardi Gras pattern. See if we can do it again.
Okay, so I've set up for another cast, and I've got one on the line, and what we're trying for is 3 more so we can limit out. But unfortunately, well, I'm catching these guys. Initially I thought it was a bluegill, but it turns out it's a juvenile or baby crappie. I can tell by that tail and that paper thin mouth. So, well, let's keep going. And I'm still doing the similar technique where I'm not using the strike indicator, and I'm kind of doing these little short twitches. And there I go. I got another one on the line. So let's see if this guy's on there. And hopefully this one maybe is a trout. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Yes, it's trout. All right. Put that one in the bag. You can see I'm using that Walmart plastic bag. It's cold enough where the temperatures were in the 30s, so not a problem keeping in the little plastic bag. And in fact, I ended up cooking it up later. So good stuff there. All right, so let's see if we can get a couple of more and make it a trip and see if we can catch them. All right, so there's another cast, setting it up. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. There he goes. Alright, good stuff. Oh, well, I did miss that one. So let's try it again. So I'm setting up again. A little twitchy twitch here. Short pulls. Keeping the tight or the slack out of the line. And watching for that indicator. Or in the other cases, I'm watching for that line to move. Alright, let's see. Little twitch. Little twitch. Little move. Go recast. Get back out there again. Just on the edge of where the bubble line is coming from that fountain. Another little twitch. Another little twitch. I see something jumping. See some other folks fishing around. They're actually catching some good amount of trout around me. But I decided to just opt for that fishing fly in this case versus fishing some power bait or other baits or other lures. I just, well, wanted to see what I could do with the fly rod. Alright, so more twitching, more looking around, just seeing how everybody else is doing. Another cast out, setting up again in that one zone just to the right of the bubble line, about, I'd say mid-pond. And they kind of were lurking in that particular area. If you went to the left, you did get some bites, but you also had to contend with some of the, I guess there's some brush or under some water, or correction, some snags. In fact, I ended up losing a fly or 2 there. So let's see what we can do here and keep it going. Okay, another twitch. Let's see, another twitch. Okay. Watching that line. Recast. Let's go set up for another one. Okay, come on, come on. Let's see. Alright. And you can see where I'm just kind of doing that little twitch of the rod, kind of a little shake, give it a little up and down movement to the fly. Alright, here goes. Come on, Mr. Fishy. Yeah, just looking for that small telltale of a strike. Sometimes they hit it hard, sometimes they don't. In this case, they seem to tend to, well, hit it less hard. But let's keep going. Alright, I'm watching it. Another twitch, a little recast. Let's get it back out there again. Again, working over there by that bubble line where the fountain is kicking up some water and give it a nice aeration around that area. I mean, bottom line, there's some current flow, and they tend to be working in that area. So let's see if we can get another one here. So, and you can see there's a fair amount of people there. It was 2 ponds stocked over here at Harry Myers Park, and well, the bite was on. You just had to kind of work it. Some folks did try some fly rods and whatnot, but for the majority, I thought I saw most of the folks catching them on power bait, power worms, as well as corn. Believe it or not, corn. Alright, so hey, keep that in your back pocket. In fact, when I ended up cleaning this limit, there were a couple that had some corn in their stomachs, as well as that power bait. I did see one that had it looked like a power worm. So looked like the bite was on. Just had to well, keep my mojo, because I ended up missing several of them, as well as snapping my line because of that. Well, I'd say brittleness in my line. I experienced that at the Blue River. I experienced it here. I've since switched over to a fresher set of line, 4-pound Stren mono, and that's got me back in business on my most recent trip to another local pond that was stocked later on after this location, Harry Myers Park in Rockwall, Texas. Okay. Okay, let's go. Oh, there we go. Fish on, fish on. Let's bring that baby in. Yeah. All right. I think we got ourselves a limit this round. And hey, some spicy broiled trout later.
All right, that's going to make number 5 for a limit. Maybe we'll play around some now. All right, we got a limit. Now let's go to the upper pond and kind of see what we got. So it's a lower pond right here. There's the upper pond, and like I said, they stocked it with 1,500 each, so 3,000 total is my understanding. So what I've seen so far is a pretty good bite so far. Looks like everyone's catching a fish or two, which is always fun. Let's go check out the upper pond. And we're at Harry Myers Park. Harry Myers Park in Rowlett. Or, yeah, I think it's Rowlett or Rockwall. One of these places, yeah.